Hello YouTube, this is Denox Anime Review 7 here reviewing Sword Art Online episode 23, and this episode was really awesome. Yet there's no Sugou, but yeah, definitely next episode and the episode after that we have to see him. It's like, I don't know, he's showing up so much less than Nomi in Axel World. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. But I want to see his evil devious plan. I want to see Bankai 922 bash the living crap out of him. And I do too. Anyways, beside the point. This episode starts off when Kirito is still in the real world. And Suguha was, she's crying and, she let out all her feelings towards him. Kirito didn't even know what to say, but then he confessed it afterwards. So, Kirito stood up. He realized, after he was thinking, how he was before Sword Art Online, figuring out who she really is, Suguha, because all this time he thought that she was just his sister, and now they know for sure they're not really, brothers and sisters, more like cousins or something like that. Maybe she's adopted or something, I don't know. No, I don't think so, but forget what I just said. So Kirito told Suguha without opening the door, but he knocked it. He says, "Meet me in this place and I'll fit online." So he waited for her over there. Then we see Lifa. She actually logged in a few seconds after, because she was still thinking if she's going to listen to what Kirito has to say, and she was still crying and everything. But she decided to put on her netgear and go in. And then she found with Recon. Yeah, and like Lifa told Recon that he wasn't gonna see Kirito anymore, which is ironic because later on she does. Then she felt like sad and everything, and Recon noticed it. She walked away from him, but she told Recon that he could join up with her again, like before, like old times. And then we see Recon actually confessing his feelings towards him, holding her hands, and he was trying to kiss her. And when he was trying to kiss her on the lips, Lifa was like slapping him in the face, and he fell down the stairs. And poor Recon, really. Yeah, Recon is not really the best. Doesn't use the best way to approach a girl. He was pretty straightforward. He's pretty brave. I could give you that. And what happened later on? We see Lifa going towards Kirito after they separated again once more, and they had a little duel with Kirito. Lifa was the one that challenged Kirito to a duel. They ran all out. Kirito was happy to duel her and everything. They were equally matched in many ways, but then Lifa, she dropped her sword and she was starting to faint and she started to cry, and then Kirito dropped his sword and he hugged her. Very romantic moment right there, I must say. Okay, so what happened afterwards? They went back in front of the big door where Recon was there. And he was like, "Why? I thought you said you were gonna see Kirito anymore, and yet they're together again." And then Kirito was asking for Lifa and Recon's help, and then there's Yui that came out as well. Kirito told her to request, "I really need your help so we could pass through because I can't do it alone." What's in there? It's like, I think there's thousands upon millions of these sword android cyborg things inside, and they're all ready to attack you pretty much. They're all pretty powerful. Well, they're not that powerful alone, but in a group, yeah. There were a couple of times in this episode where I will say, "Oh man, this is gonna end up bad, isn't it?" And knowing Sword Art Online with such surprising endings and everything, I'm like, maybe it wouldn't surprise me if Kirito ended up bad, but I know that there's gonna be a season 2 to hold this. So basically, it's okay. Yeah, I'm just changing the brightness real quick. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so basically, they all held hands, and then they agreed to work as a team, and then they went inside the door. Basically, what Kirito's gonna be the front line, while Recon and Lifa are gonna focus on magic and spells from the Sith. Kirito's a Spriggan, and these other two are Sith, right? Yeah. So, anyways, getting back to to that, Kirito, you know, he was slashy, all crazy against these mechanical cyborgs with swords and bow and arrows and stuff. He only had one thing in mind to rescue Asuna. He got slashed 1,000 times, and then he got healed by Leafa, then he got slashed again, then he got healed. Then it was going all crazy and stuff. Then we see Kirito really close to dying, and then, you know, while Kirito was trying to take many of them out, there was others that were after Recon and Leafa. Then Recon decided, you know, after Leafa told Recon that he was that Kirito had a good reason, you know, to actually go up there and as far as love and stuff, and then, you know, he agreed to help with Kirito. I think it's because also that when Kirito's with Asuna, that means Recon can have Leafa to himself. It makes sense. They each have somebody on their side, so everybody will be happy afterwards, except for maybe Leafa, because I don't know if Leafa likes Recon, because Kirito loves Asuna. Asuna loves Kirito. Leafa loves Kirito. Recon loves Leafa, aka Sugou. But Sugou don't give a crap about they're friends and all, but she doesn't take a Recon that way. So yeah, it's like a mixture of a full romantic relationship, a one-sided love, and another one-sided love, or a 75% kind of love, because Kirito kind of loves Sugou in some ways, but not too much. Definitely not as much as Asuna. That's all I'm saying. So Kirito was stabbed a whole lot of times once again, and he was very close of dying. Yeah, and then Leafa was, you know, after Recon made a hidden passageway when Kirito was trying to go up there. There were a lot more guards blocking it, and then they were stabbing Kirito by surprise. And then Recon was gonna die too, and then Leafa was gonna get attacked. And, you know, it seemed all hopeless, and, you know, there weren't enough to get all the way up there. But then guess who shows up? The entire group of Cat Sith and the Sith clan. Both clans all teamed up together thanks to Kirito's money that he gave them like a few episodes ago. So they showed up to help Kirito and Leafa get up there, and then, you know, when all this commotion ended and stuff, there was a passageway for Kirito to go through, and then Leafa gave Kirito her sword, and then Kirito used the Dao blade. Yeah. What I realized that many people are wondering, why hasn't Kirito used a double blade last time he was in there? And that's probably because he doesn't have it. The only way he was able to... He only has the ability, but he doesn't have the weapon. He only has one weapon, because I think I remember, like, in the beginning of all this, he had to dish out all his weapons because they were kind of corrupted before, you know, the administrator could have banned him or something like that. Then after that, he still got the ability, but, you know, unless he could wield a second sword from somebody, because last time Kirito held Leafa's sword when he was fighting one of the salamanders, the leader. The brother of the leader, or the son, or whatever, and, you know, he did really well. And then he used both of his swords together. He got all the way back up, and then he was able to make through the passageway, and then it closed up again. And then Leafa was really happy that he was able to make it there. And, you know, and then the Cave Sith and the Sith clans, you know, I do not remember those ladies' names. You know, the leader of those two clans. I'm sorry about that. It's been a while. I haven't seen them. But they left, you know, they retreated and everything once Kirito made it up there, and then Kirito was like inside a passageway. And in that passageway, it seems that there was a door that couldn't open, and there was a lot more guards, hundreds of guards surrounding him, and I'm like, oh my god, is this gonna be very hopeless now? Then again, Yui came out, and she told him that it wasn't meant to be open and anything, so... But he had the little console, a little card that Yui activated, and then the door opened. So basically, the Fairy King originally had that card. Asuna stole it. He dropped it to Kirito, and then Kirito held on to it. And then with that was the only way he could enter. So basically, if Asuna never sneaked out from that cage, there will be no hope at all for Kirito to make it up to her. Now we know that for sure. He needed that card obligado. Wow. So basically, the Fairy King wanted to make sure that Kirito never made it up there and he could marry Asuna. What a bastard, seriously. Anyways, if he don't show up next episode, I'm gonna be like, oh crap, what the heck is going on here? Because he's the main villain. We barely see him in the last few episodes, and I'm like, he should show up a little bit more. I don't know. So we could bash him more, that's all. Yeah, Sugou, you are a coward. You don't show up in these episodes, and so we don't bash you, but you're gonna show up eventually. And I'm pretty sure that next episode, I predict that Bankai 922 is going to bash the living crap out of this Sugou guy. Because he's gonna do to us, I think he's gonna do something to Asuna in front of Kirito that's gonna rage Kirito the living crap, and he's going to charge toward him, and this is gonna be an epic battle. That's my guess. For those of you that read the light novel, do not spoil anything. I do not want to know nothing until the next episode, okay? 2 more episodes to go till this anime ends, so... Wow. Two of the animes that I'm reviewing right now, Tomb and Sword Art Online, they're ending. So I guess there's gonna be 2 new animes for me to review, along with Fairy Tail that I'm already starting to review as well. That's all I have to say about this episode. After they went through the passageway, that's pretty much where the episode ends. And I'm like, oh crap, we can't see more until next week. Yeah. But that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think. Share, like, subscribe. I would really like the support. Take care. God bless. Stay cool.